A country where the population is growing at about 3% per annum, and we have massive poverty, we simply need to grow between 7 to 10% a year if we are really serious. So even though the projections are realistic, we must rejig these projections and the conditions for making progress to make sure that we are able to grow at between 7 to 10% consistently for a period of up to 7 to 10 years, and then we can now think of simply digging ourselves out of poverty and then making sure we improve our human resources. Then as we look at the oil sector contribution to growth, of course, the growth projections are not talking so much about the oil sector. They are saying, okay, non-oil sector is contributing so much. And we are saying that even the binding constraints on maximizing the effectiveness of our oil sector, they talked about the fact of underinvestment in the sector over so many years. They talked about insecurity in terms of vandalization. They talked about oil theft as some of the constraints. And we are saying we can't be talking about oil theft. We have so much in terms of security. There's the army, there's the navy, there's the air force, there's NIMASA, there is civil defense, there is police. We even pay Tom Polo, the non-state actor, to be doing. What are all these gentlemen and ladies doing? It's a simple stuff. If you are in charge of this thing and the crude oil is still missing, you get fired, and somebody else is more capable and competent. It's not rocket science. We saw the other day on television, the Saudis were telling us how they monitor their crude oil and gas. Even the ones transporting it on the high seas, outside of their territory, the pipelines are everywhere, just one dashboard, one computer screen, everybody's seeing everything. And when Jonathan was in power, the federal government paid for online monitoring of our pipelines, electric gas and crude oil. I still have those things from the budget where I picked them up. And we are told they've been completed. So what is stopping us from activating those things to stop oil theft? Even the records that we've lost close to 15 trillion. I mean, these are verifiable facts from government agencies. It is not rocket science to stop vandalization of pipelines. It is also not rocket science to stop oil theft. And I say with all sense of responsibility. The Jonathan administration was accused of corruption, grand larceny. And it was doing 2 million barrels, 2.1 million barrels. And the change administrations which are supposed to now change the system came and could not match up. And crude oil started disappearing in more larger quantities. So we can't continue doing that way. These things can be stopped. If it is in terms of investment, people have said, economists have said, we don't need to look up to the federal government again to bring money to invest. An NPC can do an IPO, initial public offer. They can securitize their assets like Aramco of Saudi Arabia to raise money for their sector and also for the government of Saudi Arabia. So there is no question what is holding us back from producing more. And the beauty of producing more crude oil is this. If we are doing 1.2 million barrels and we have this problem, if we start doing 2.5 million barrels, we double our income. More money will be available for the 3 tiers of government to share. And CBN will have more foreign exchange to be able to defend the value of the Naira. So we can get back to a situation where we simply say the Naira can go back to 450 or 500 to the dollar. So why are we wasting time going to Saudi Arabia, who have the same crude oil we have, to beg them to come and invest? Our refineries, we claim we are repairing them. All right? They told us by December. December is in 2 days' time. Yeah. But our government claimed to have signed an agreement with the Saudi Arabian government in this last visit to repair the 4 refineries. What does that tell you? Either the December deadline they are giving is false, they are not investing, or what are you calling the Saudis to come and repair again? So I think we need to be very straightforward. Part of the challenge we have is that we are not calling a spade a spade. If you see many otherwise very knowledgeable men and women, they come to the TV, they start shaping their mouth, they don't want to say this is wrong, they don't want to call evil evil, they want to sound diplomatic so that they will be in the good books of those who the powers that be. I don't want to be in anybody's good books. And all this idea of suffering today for tomorrow is no longer true. I was in the university when Babangida made a speech that for today, that was around 85, 86. We are giving our tomorrow. 1986. 1986 to now, how many years? I am still giving, and we are still giving at today. For tomorrow, we are not sure of where it's coming. Now, if we still